How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, and another one of our 1/72nd scale diecast armor reviews, and we have some proper armor today. We have the T-55. We have twin T-55s, actually. We have got one here. It is a T-55 from the Iraqi army during the Gulf War, and we have one here from the North Korean army during the 1970s. These are both from Hobby Master and do look pretty cool. I grabbed these secondhand off a seller on eBay, so it will be pretty nice to check these out. We will check the 70s one out first. We'll have a little look at the North Korean one. We'll see if we can get this open. Oh, beautiful. And we'll check these out. So obviously these are a little bit older, the Hobby Master ones. And so if you do like what you're looking at today, don't forget you'll have to hunt for these on the internet, probably second hand. But this does look pretty, well, pretty brand new. If I can get this like a band type thing off. These can be hard to see sometimes, especially when it's on camera. Because, you know, well, I do open these at the same time as you're looking at them as well. So we are checking these out always at the same time. And speaking of checking it out, this does look really nice. It does have some details on the base, of course. And on here it does have some normal sort of screws that you can see there. So if you do want to take it off the base, you can. But the actual finish, we'll zoom in a little bit so we can see them a little bit better. The details and finish on this looks pretty cool. Even the track links are going over that road wheel there. That looks pretty good. I don't know if that's meant to be on purpose. Look, if you're getting really fussy, you can see sort of a join there, but you're not going to be looking at these this close now. So when we do these videos, we are really right up in their face. So, but the details look fantastic. It's even got some slight barrel detail in there. It's not hollow. It doesn't go all the way through. You can see the end. But that does look fantastic. There is some machine gun detail on that cupola there, which does look awesome as well. You can see some stowage. They look like jerry cans or some sort of containers on the upper surfaces there of the chassis. The fuel drums on the back and a little log, I think that is. Yep, that is a log sitting there to assist in some traversing. But overall, the quality of this is absolutely nice. Yeah, don't have a problem. Even the canvas boot around the gun mantlet looks pretty cool. And speaking of gun, where were we? That's there's some little handles along the side. I don't want to touch. Actually, that's really cold. So even the turret feels like metal. Actually, the turret feels more cold than the chassis does. So no, the gun doesn't move. So, but the turret does. But you're sort of a little bit worried about touching it. Can we get? Yes, we can get it open. So if you look in there. There is some paint scratching off there, but that does look to be plastic. So the chassis looks to be plastic, but this is screwed together. This feels like you can see a bit of the silver around where the hatches are. This turret feels to be metal, obviously with some little plastic bits and pieces, but the overall chassis itself may be plastic. But I think overall the build of the tank is wonderful. It does present really nicely. It's not overly heavy, but I reckon it looks pretty awesome. Yeah, for sure. All right, how about we check out the Iraqi one? And here we have the Iraqi one. Let's see if we can get this one open. It does have some pictures on the back too, if that's your sort of thing. As I said, these are a little bit older, so if you're liking what you're seeing, happy hunting to find them for yourself. All right, so well, this one doesn't have any bands on it, which is no big deal, but the same acrylic case as the first one. It is always good for keeping that dust off, of course. Oh, yes. Very nice. This one has some really detailed camouflage scheme on it, on the upper surfaces. Yep, let's zoom in and check this one out. Yeah, that looks really nice. You can see the rubber on the road wheels, the same as the other one. It's pretty much the same, just a different camouflage scheme and markings. Although this does, I think, have a little bit of extra features on the turret. But it's got the same log and fuel drum setup. The details are really similar. Well, they're just as good. This does look really nice. They do come up, you know, very well. If T55s are your thing, it's the same deal, held on by some normal screws there. So if you do want to take it off this base, which does have the details on there, for those of you that are interested in extra information, that's that. But if you do want to take this off the base, you can easily do that. The cannon, same deal, does not move at all. Now, does the turret move? It should, the same as the other one. It does. Very hard though. You've got to turn the turret, you're virtually touching on these little plastic parts, and you might break them. I'd be very cautious. I'm assuming this would be the same detail inside. This, even the barrel feels cold, so that feels metal. So the whole turret does feel quite, there seems to be a lot of metal content within it. Obviously, the small little MG and little tiny parts are going to be plastic, but yeah, the weight of the model is pretty much in the turret. As I said, on the other one, the chassis, yeah, that seems more plasticky than the turret. So, but definitely looks pretty cool. I do like it. I think it's a very nice. Yeah, let's get it off. Okay, as you can see there is just that little. That's plastic as well. That little block off, like on the other one as well. But you don't have the paint that was scraping off on the other one. So obviously someone was not playing with this one. But yep, very cool. If we can get it back on, that's going to be the other trouble. Nice. All right. But that is, yeah, that is your T-55 from the Iraqi army during the Gulf War. Something to pit against your American tanks if you want to. So we'll plonk that down here. We'll bring this other one in, the North Korean one. So we got Saddam and Kim Jong's favorite toys here. I reckon they do present really well. Obviously, it's going to be up to you if this is your kind of thing, if you're interested in these kind of vehicles and for these particular armed forces. I just mainly got them because, well, I thought they were really nice. They looked really nice and they were at a good price on eBay as well. So I thought I'd grab them and show you guys. So, yeah. All right, I will wind up the video. So I hope you enjoyed this double T-55 feature. If you didn't, I apologise. But if you did, some of those my way would be greatly appreciated. Always feel free to subscribe to the channel too if you're watching and haven't done that. All right, everyone, I will do the usual. I'll chuck this on the turntable at the end. You would have seen the photos at the start, of course. So if you feel like watching these spin around a little bit, if not, I will say thank you for watching and you enjoy watching your next video. Hopefully it's one of mine. All right, everyone, thank you for watching and you all have an awesome rest of your day. Cheers, everyone.